time of day, that time of week. It's the Alabama. It's just the Alabama show. How you doing, Jerry?
It's just the Alabama show today. Bro, hey, thank you to our sponsor, Fully Loaded. What a great company, great organization, just great people, great family, commitment to the community. They're just incredible.
Man, you're just going after it today.
Much rather talk about them than Auburn.
Bro, so what happened? Let's just talk about that.
They are finding ways to lose football games, plain and simple. Look, here's the way the season went for Auburn, right? We come out first game, Alabama and A&M. We win 73-3. Everybody's playing well. We're going to make the playoffs. We're going to play for a national championship. Next week, Cal, what the hell? 21-14, just peed the bed. Okay, it happens. It's one of those games. Next game in New Mexico, 45-19. We got it figured out. We're back, baby. We are back. How we lose to Arkansas? We lost to Arkansas? Okay, SEC game. Okay. We got Oklahoma coming to town. Hey, we're leading. We're going to win. Uh-oh, we just pulling out a wall. 27-21. We lose to Oklahoma. They're good teams find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose. And this week, they get the hornet's nest that is Georgia. After that classic game, right? It was an amazing game. Bama got a big head start. Bam, 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 bam. Uh-oh, here comes Georgia. A lot of Bama fans were like, oh, God.
I text you.
Here
I
we
said,
go.
how do we find a way to blow a lead?
I figured you'd be good, though.
Yeah.
And you got the victory, right?
Sure.
If you're Kirby Smart and you're this Georgia team, you want to make a statement. What's the closest thing to Alabama?
That's right.
Auburn.
Yes.
And they just happened to pick the short straw, and it could get ugly. I'm going to score every possible point. If I'm Kirby Smart, I'm going to score every possible point. I'm going to pull a Kusa Christian. I'm going to onside kick every time. Oh, wait, that's a pooch kick. Never mind. Some people don't understand the difference.
Oh, my gosh.
And, yeah. So the only good news going on is how about Deuce Knott finally committed publicly to Auburn. Yeah. That is a huge pickup, 5-star quarterback. Sure. The kid's incredible. Great question, though. Is Hugh Freeze going to be coaching him when he gets there next year?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think the issue is? I mean, you're seeing Hugh publicly blast some of his guys.
Yeah.
His quarterback kind of at the top of that list. What we don't see a lot of coaches do that, right? I mean, you do see a lot, or do see some, but not real high successful guys. What is this?
I don't know. I think the pressure's getting to him.
Okay.
I think sometimes you just blow your stack. We've all been there, right? Mine's building. I can't wait to have a meltdown. It's coming. It's coming.
Can you please promise me one thing?
What would that be?
Can I be in the shadows with a camera?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Could be
it's
a
gonna
good
happen.
show.
It could be a good show.
Could be a good show.
Could be the last show.
Or it could be the one that pulls us over to cable.
Maybe
Yeah,
that could be it too. So they have some very talented football players, but quarterback is their weakness, right? And Hugh Freeze has been known as the quarterback whisperer, right? I'm the quarterback guru. I'm going to get you there. You're not going to do it with Peyton Thorne. Walker White's probably the best quarterback on the roster, the freshman. Deuce Knott coming in is going to fix a lot of problems. One of his best – hey, what's up, Matthew Cherry? One of his best friends is the kid from Elba, the running back Alvin Henderson, who is committed. You're talking about video game numbers. I was reading them, too, yesterday.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. Well, you said what year was this, and I said, okay, maybe his freshman year. And you said, no, that's 6 games.
That's 6 games this year, 33 touchdowns. The kid's incredible. So that's a pretty potent backfield when you look at, hey, in Hugh Freeze's offense and a true RPO, and you still got Jack West Hunter. You still got Keandre Lambert-Smith, wide receiver. But next year, when you got year 2 for Peyton and for Perry Thompson and for Cam Coleman, and then you got Deuce Knight possibly winning the quarterback gig. I mean, it's a lot of pressure for a freshman to come and play quarterback at the SEC level like that. So I don't know if he'll make it or not next year. But then Alvin Henderson back there, and they got a great recruit. They're top 5 recruiting. I hadn't seen the ranking since Deuce Knight committed, but it's high end. So a lot of things to look forward to. Now let's play the what if game. What
Okay.
if Auburn beats Georgia?
I don't know. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I don't see that happening at all.
How about a quick trivia question for everyone out there watching? Who is number one in the SEC right now? What team's number one in the SEC?
Texas.
No.
I don't know.
Texas A&M.
A&M. Okay.
They're 2-0. They just played the most games. Texas, Bama, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU are all undefeated in the SEC, but they're all 1-0.
Sure.
And Texas A&M's 2-0. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, I just threw my stuff. I got a little mad.
Oh.
So mad. Roll Tide, Jeremy Scott.
What up?
What's up, buddy? Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I think Auburn is imploding. I know the fans are imploding, and it's crazy.
It's pretty fun to
it's
watch.
Crazy town right now.
It's pretty fun to watch.
And I'm hearing it from some of these Auburn fans that I don't hear go that crazy. I mean, we're obviously the typical ones, right?
Yeah.
And the Alabamers, we hear that from them too. But it's the ones that are more rational that are just kind of having meltdowns along with Hugh Freeze.
The pressure's on, especially in the year of NIL. People are getting paid.
What is it, year 2? Matthew says
You're right.
Alabama or Auburn definitely won't beat Georgia. I agree. I don't think that's going to happen, but I digress. It's a lot to even.
But just like in Shawshank Redemption, Jeff, there's hope. There's hope. Say Wataneo.
Say Wataneo. There's always hope. It just people.
Greatest of these
a lot of
things
people going to have to get hurt on Georgia's side.
Well, just let one of the players drive the bus to the game. Good chances are they'll all be arrested.
That is very true. Well, looking at Alabama real quick,
Please.
we won't stay there.
I'm done with Auburn.
Everybody
Sorry.
knows that Alabama won. It's 41-34.
Did you?
Everybody, Alabama put 21 up in the first quarter, and you thought, what is happening? What is going on? Georgia hung 7, and then Alabama put 9 more on in the second quarter. So you go in with this major lead, right? And you're looking like they're not going to even play. They're not even playing on the same field. They're not playing the same game. Carlson Beck was 27 for 50. Overall, he hung 440 yards out there, 8.8 a pass. He carried the ball, but he threw 3 interceptions. His quarterback rating was 70 or something like that.
The defense has something to do with it.
Yes, it did. You got your rushing. You got 12 of 55 yards from Trevor. What's it? Say his name. How do you pronounce his name? Etony?
No, Etienne.
Etienne.
Yeah, his brother plays for Jacksonville.
Etienne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
He played for Florida last year.
But he's your top rusher, and his long is 12 yards at this point, and he 55 yards. So Alabama shut down
He's a baller.
the running game, right? I mean, it's tough. It's tough. And then you got Jalen Milrose, 27 for 33. Great game for him. Passer rating, 98, or QB rating. He's 374 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 1 interception. So look here. This is what I want to see. Ryan Williams, 6 receptions, 177 yards. His long was the 75-yard, incredible, oh my gosh, what is happening catch. 1 TD. CJ Dupree, is that how you say his name? Dupree. It's spelled different than the other Dupree that we know. 4 receptions, 38 yards. His long was 15. Henderson Jr., 1 reception, 34. I mean, these guys put up some great receiving yards, 374 receiving yards. Ryan Williams fumbled the ball. Latham, he has problems holding on to the ball sometimes.
It happens.
He fumbled the ball, and they did recover. Now, here's what I need Jerry White. Let me get to this.
Okay.
Alabama, 3 interceptions. One of those interceptions flipped the field for 24 yards. That is a huge deal. That's Jihad Campbell. I don't even like that name, but Jihad Campbell.
Played with his head on fire, didn't he? Sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. He was bombing all night.
He was bombing all night. So the interceptions had a lot to do with them. Alabama defense shutting down the run. How important is that? Interceptions, and then Alabama shutting down the run against a team like Georgia.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it was all caused by the big guys up front. I think the defensive line allowed the linebackers to run free and put pressure on. They don't blitz a lot, right? It was all it's all blitz, Bama blitz. I don't give a nothing but at the time, right? You're not blitzing,
Nope.
and you don't have to. When you can get pressure with your front four, it opens up so much more in the back end. So, what I like is that the fact that Milroe, he's got 18 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
10 passing, 8 rushing, something like that. Or I could have that backwards. I can't remember.
I think you're right.
Right at 1,000 yards passing, and he's almost at 300 yards rushing. I think he's the leader for the Heisman Trophy at this point. Comment down there. What up, Tim Crow? War Eagle, son. War Eagle.
Sorry about them Braves, buddy.
Dwayne, I wasn't going to bring the Braves up, man. I was
to.
trying not
Tim
to.
and I have been texting a lot, but we quit texting yesterday. It was done.
Well, it was needed.
Yeah,
it was
gotta shut
needed
it down
to break it down,
Yeah.
and so yeah.
But on first downs, Georgia had 25 first downs. Alabama had 21. But third down efficiency,
That's huge in the game.
3 out of 15. Alabama only had 3 out of 11, but they didn't get there a whole lot of times. You know what I mean? As far as third down, they're getting conversions on second down and first down. Fourth down efficiency, Georgia was 5 of 5. I mean, Alabama was 1 of 2. Total yards, it's not that much of a difference as far as total yards, 519 to 547.
Well, the game script changes, so you kind of have to do different things. And I know there's a lot of pass plays downfield because that's what had to happen. Georgia had to try to get back in the game. So the script kind of changes and the game plan kind of changes about what you're forced to do. And, Georgia's used to winning, and they're going to do whatever they had to do. So
you were talking philosophy with Steve Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So how important is it? Because you look at the game, it flipped, right? The third and fourth quarter, it became a crazy shootout, right? Especially on Georgia's side. How important is it as a coach to find the weaknesses that first half, go in and make adjustments, and then exploit the weakness?
Well, you hope you can do that at the game plan, right? You got all week to set the game plan and do what you need to do. But let's just face it, and I've been saying this all season, all off season, ever since Kalen DeBoer was hired. He's a dude, right? He's an incredible coach. He wins no matter where he's at. And so he plays for a national championship at Washington where he does not have the same Jimmies and Joes as he does at the Alabama roster, right?
Sure.
The Alabama roster is one of the best rosters in college football. I'm telling you, they're incredible. They're loaded top to bottom. Their third stringers could be starting at other places, right? But they choose to buy into the program. If you look at the big picture, Bama puts players in the NFL.
That's true.
Bama gets players rich. Follow the process. If you're good enough, like like your wide receiver, 17, should be at Saraland High School, winning his third Mr. Football. Sometimes age and grades don't matter. It's talent. But for the most part, you play behind for a couple of years. You know you're going to play behind certain people. Hey, and I'm with you, Matthew. Milroe for Heisman, I think right now he would be my personal leader. I think what he does for the team and let's face it, Alabama has not opened the offense up until the Georgia game because they didn't have to, right? Are they capable of putting up 50 points a game? They can do it. That's not what he tries to do, though. That's not Kalen DeBoer. That's not what he likes to do. He likes to run the football, short passing plays. Michael Penix Jr. is a great example, right? Didn't have the strongest arm, but tight windows, always throws the ball where it needs to be. And he doesn't mind going downfield. I think Milroe's the same thing. Milroe's a better runner. Milroe likes to run to get yards. Michael Penix just like to run to set up pass plays. And Milroe's doing more of that this year. He's really trying to develop into an NFL-type quarterback. If he keeps progressing, it's going to be tough for me to see who's going to beat him out for the Heisman Trophy. And there's some other great players out there, right? Some people having really good years. But for my mind and the competition he's going to be playing, that's just one game of many that Alabama is going to have to find a way to win. Their schedule, that they don't have a Mississippi team on there. That's pretty good. They don't play Texas. That's huge. But they could play Georgia again.
Yeah, they could. They do. Or they could. They got Vanderbilt coming up this week on the SEC Network at 3:15. But they do have Tennessee. They do have Missouri, LSU, Oklahoma. But you got to get past Vandy. I mean, it's an SEC game. I mean, you can't.
Coach Clark Lee will have Vandy ready to play.
Yeah.
They got some playmakers, but they just don't have the talent. They don't have the talent. I agree with that.
What did he say?
He says to you and I, Alabama is NFLU. They do send a lot of kids to the NFL. There's no questions about that.
Yep.
Saban started that process, and he developed an NFL caliber team, and they run everything like an NFL team. I don't know if you guys have been to practice or not, or been to an NFL practice. It's very efficient. There's no wasted time. There's no wasted energy. You go from drill to drill to drill to drill. You know when your water breaks are. It's a business. It's professional. It's very efficient. It's the only word I can put.
Yeah.
Alabama's very much like that. There's some other college programs you see that's not like that. Some local programs aren't like that. Excuse me.
I was trying to wait to God bless you. God bless him. I could have muted it, but his reaction to his sneezes are just priceless.
Well, I'm hurt a little bit.
You get a little pain.
Yeah, so I had to.
You ever sneeze so bad that it throws you back out?
You remember, Jeff, I was doing a show, WGAD, many years ago. Doing a morning show, sports morning show.
Okay.
Then I go into the story about the night before. Man, I farted so big. It was like the flatulence of the year. Perfect timing. I mentioned the word fart, and up pops Shelby McNutt. She gets it. She lives with Michael.
Maybe that's fair.
And I pulled a muscle in my back. I flatulated so badly. And
That's a lot of pushing.
And it was in the down season, so it's really nothing. Baseball was just starting. Really nothing. It was a slow sports, and we're a sports show, right? So that was a topic we went to. Scott Chambers and Justin Gibbs were producing the show for me back then.
So they have to take over?
No, but they kind of pushed. That was the best story we had. That's the best story we had is, the old flatulation.
I have threw my back out sneezing, but not that. Is it?
Taco Bell's a real thing.
Bryant Client says one of those sneak up farts.
Brian, it scared me, man.
It's like Daddy Clump said, look what you made me do.
Look what you made me do. Go mess myself. I didn't even mess myself.
Let's see. Auburn plays Georgia. That's a primetime game?
I hope not for ratings. What time is that game?
I do not know. Alabama's got Vandy at 3:30. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2:30 game.
2:30 game.
ABC 2:30.
Okay.
Number 5 Georgia takes on number not rated Auburn, and
well,
good gracious.
This is there could be some more news.
There could be some upsets.
Yeah.
There's going to be some stuff going on. It's all the weeks that have. Hey, it's not going to be a great week of football. Something crazy happens. Like teams are going to get upset. I'm not saying Alabama's going to lose to Vandy. They're not. Georgia's not going to lose to Auburn. They're not. Unless Georgia so defeated and so disgusted.
No.
Sometimes a loss will make you'll end up losing 2 games because you're still in the mind. Are they so frustrated that Auburn comes in and gives it to them?
Gives them the business.
Just gives them the business.
How about that being the greatest call ever, right?
Holding number 76, he was giving him the business. So, Bama going to be okay, but does Auburn come in, catch Georgia slipping, and give them the business?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance.
All right. Guess I have to wait and see.
I hope so.
Make a great show.
It will make a great show. Oh, my gracious. I hope so. Well, hey, give us your score predictions. What do you think the score for both games? What are your final scores for both? This is not a high school show, so you can do this.
I can do this. I can pick this. Yeah. I think Georgia wins this game 48-17, and they take the starters out in the first half. I think Bama you can just pick a number. Vandy will play tough because that's who they are. Coach Lee's a really hard-nosed coach, but very similar.
So you think 40?
You probably score in the 50s.
50s, yeah. Okay. Jerry White, I hear Auburn football is switching to be a JUCO team, so they'll be able to win some games. So
how'd that work out for Alabama last year, Matthew Cherry?
Easy.
It was that a JUCO team that almost beat you?
That is true.
You almost lost to a JUCO team?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
4th and 31?
Yes.
That's what saved you?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's calm down there, Mr. Fancy Britches.
You gotta love Matthew. He's
always
giving you the. He's giving you the.
He's
business.
trying to give me the business.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Next